3. We are live.
So today, guys, welcome back to the Library of Alexandria. I'm not Alan, I'm Christina. And Alan's gone and he leaves everything logged in on his computer. So a while ago, I thought, gee, wouldn't it be kind of fun if I took over the channel while he was gone? So I've actually been planning this for maybe a month. I talked to Evie about it beforehand. Has it been about a month, Evie?
Yeah, just about.
I think so. So I'm not permanently taking over the channel. I'm just visiting for the week. Because Alan's out of town. And I sneakily have been asking him questions about how he does things for the past month. Like trying to figure out just how, like, it's like, like what editing software do you use? And just like random questions like that.
And he hasn't caught on at all.
So I will say, I'm such like I don't like being a troublemaker. I don't like stirring the waters. I am not an ask for permission or ask for forgiveness later person. I'm an ask for permission person. So I did end up asking, like, would it be okay if I posted a video or like went live or something and did a sprint while you were gone? He was like, yeah, that's fine. But he has no idea what content I have planned. And I've been making it all this time and he has not known. So hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, there's so many people here.
Christina, where's Jimmy's hat?
What hat? I don't know what hat you're talking about, Jimmy. What hat? Okay, there's so many people here though. Yay! Andrew, Sal,
Pete, Tori, I'm just gonna
Alethea, Mike. You're imitating Alan.
It is indeed new, Andrew.
Oh, like his hat that I was wearing in the preview video? So that is another thing. I told him I was going to make a trailer and I was like, I have to borrow your hat. So I got permission on the hat, but he didn't see it beforehand until I had like fully edited it and was like, ta-da! And was posting it. And then he got to see it as basically as you guys got to see it. And yeah, hello. So I told you guys that I've been planning kind of a surprise. So part of what I'm going to be doing during the sprint part is finishing up editing some videos that I want to post. And so I have been making a secret reading vlog that Alan has no idea about. As I was reading A Man Called Uwe, I knew a lot of people have said like, oh my gosh, this guy reminds me of you, Alan. So I thought I should provide my ideas on specifically what reminded me of Alan and what maybe didn't remind me of Alan as I was reading the book. So the entire time I was reading it, I made a secret reading vlog, but I had to like hide because Alan, I didn't want him to know. I wanted it to be a surprise. So, and I even secretly filmed Alan one time and was like reading him quotes and like, who does this sound like, you or me? And then I would read a quote and he would respond. He had no idea I was filming. So I'm really excited. And I've been working on editing it. A Man Called Alan. I don't know how you would say that.
I'm excited, and definitely a bunch of other people are excited. So this is great. This is awesome.
It'll be fun. But yes, I had to get really scrappy because I didn't want him to find out ahead of time. So there's like a video where I'm like sitting on the floor of our closet. Or like I took one in the corner back over there while he was in the sunroom. I was like, I'm gonna go run over here in the corner and like I have a thought and I want to share it real quick. So I'm really excited. Is it true that Alan has flown to Mars like Dr. Manhattan in The Watchmen because he's tired of us? No, he's at nationals.
How's he doing, by the way? Because he's got COVID.
Yes. So, just in case anybody doesn't know, Alan is in Tennessee for the Junior Classical League Nationals to support his students. He's one of the coaches for Team Florida. And many of you probably know this, but he's there with about 10 students from 10 from Arnold, many of whom are on the teams, and some who are, I think, just going for the experience. But anyway, he last night was like, man, I feel awful. So he went out and got a COVID test, and he has COVID, which is very unfortunate because they are on a college campus and he's in like a dorm room. So it's not very, he has his own, thankfully, but it's not very cushy.
How's he dealing with that? Like, because he has to like herd the students and stuff, right?
So yeah, so thankfully, he's not the only adult that went. First of all, the Team Florida has like a whole team of coaches, and there's 3 different levels: advanced, intermediate, and novice. And each one has multiple coaches. So the kids answer to the coaches. Even like Alan's students from his school will be under the authority of, like, they are under Alan's authority, but also the other coaches. And then even from his school, I know at least one set of parents came with their kid, and maybe another set, I can't remember, but I know one kid's parents went. He's an only child, and it was like he's a freshman, and this is a newly discovered passion of his, so they're really excited to go support him. And he's doing really well for having. Sorry, he was a freshman. He's going to be a sophomore, but still, this is brand new for him, and he's just like diving in head first. So I went to support him.
Is Alan feeling slightly better than
yesterday? Yes, he said that his fever broke. So that's exciting. That's a big deal because fevers just wipe him out. So he's doing much better as far as that goes. I think still pretty fatigued, and yeah, just like low energy levels. And he said he felt like he had like drainage. So anyway,
the fever broke, so that's always good.
Yes, that's
hopefully
usually
that means everything's like downhill, but in a good way. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, everything's I don't know how to say that, because downhill does sound negative. Here, yay, Christina. Hi.
Hi.
Change this video. Poor Alan. He's been trying. How do you have time for a secret reading vlog as a new mom? Okay, the secret reading vlog heavily features our baby. Because a lot of the times when I'm by myself is when I'm like, okay, it's time to go put him down for the night, and
or bottle time or whatever.
So I'm like rocking him, and just like I had propped up my phone, so I'm just like talking to my phone, rocking the baby.
Hopefully no diaper change parts of the vlog.
No. No. And there were times that I read. It wasn't, a lot of it was like I would reflect back on a chunk that I had read. It wasn't necessarily I'm literally reading it in real time and responding in real time, because then I would have never gotten to read. When I was feeding Atticus, I finally figured out that I could, that on my iPad, I could use, does Atticus have thoughts on Alan? I don't know that he really reacted much while I was reading it. I did read some out loud to him though, but I didn't film that stuff, so I don't know. What was I saying? Oh, I figured out that I wanted to read, but like my hands were full while I was feeding the baby, so I was like, I can't like turn pages, and I'm normally I want it in my hands kind of person. But I was like, I'm gonna try like
Audio
ebooks.
book.
Try this. So
Oh.
I read Persuasion that way, and then figured out that I could get the Libby app and like check out books from the library. And that's a book. A Man Called Ube is a book I've been wanting to read for a while. Yeah, I figured out you could change the accessibility settings on my iPad, which I'm sure can be done on any iPad or maybe any Apple product. I don't know. But where it would listen to voice commands so that I could be completely hands-free. So I figured that was possible because you can, be like, hey, Siri, pull up directions to. So it was just, oh, my thing's like, yes, I'm here. But
Okay. Okay.
Sorry. But it didn't want to automatically interact with the Libby app. So I had to do some Googling and figure out how to set up some accessibility settings so that I would literally just be like, swipe left, swipe right, and it would turn the page for me. So that was fun. And I'm trying to catch up on the comments. Woo!
How is Atticus? To the question that was earlier, how big is he now?
I think, was it Melissa that asked?
Yes.
Yeah. He is getting big. He is 16 and a half pounds, I think.
Holy crap.
Yeah. So his my youngest cousin, who is actually like 4 months older than Atticus, is only 2 pounds heavier, and he's 4 months older. So I think Atticus is going to be a little bit bigger than him.
At least how much of that is his head, though? So.
They don't tell me at the pediatrician's office, but he does have a very large head, big noggin. He is a chunky boy. He's a healthy boy.
Yeah, he's at this age. Actually, kids are little big, and this is the best age actually for me. From 4th month to 1.5 years, best time to play with toddlers.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying this stage so far. He's so cute. He's very interactive. And he's just a really smiley, happy baby. And wait, do you think he's teething now? So
he's displeased sometimes.
Already.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have teeth yet. Like, there's no evidence of teeth, but he is drooling all over the place and putting everything in his mouth, and had a little bit of a fever. I kind of panicked when Alan was like, I have COVID. And I was like, nah. So the baby was very flushed. So I was like, I have to take your temperature. So I took his temperature. It was elevated. So I took him into like the walk-in clinic at his pediatrician. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I want Atticus participating in cherry races after Alan's collarbone. But I brought him real quick to the pediatrician's office and was like, nah, does my child have COVID? But the pediatrician was like, I think he's just teething because he has no other symptoms. And oh my gosh, that's hilarious, Alethea. We'll have to see. Anytime he's rolled over, it's been his head. He would like lead with his head, and then the rest of his body would just kind of follow.
It's so cute.
So how much raw footage do you have to edit for the vlog?
Oh my gosh. Okay. It's a lot. I have a single video that's like 30 minutes long. Because some of it was
that's just one clip. As in single video, you mean like one clip that's
one
like 30
clip.
minutes long?
Yeah, one clip.
Oh wow.
Oh my god. Let us know if you need some help with editing. We can edit few clips for you. I mean, we can join at the end, but it's up to you.
So I'm going to try to see. I'm probably going to end up posting it in 3 chunks, because like part 1, part 2, part 3, because apparently I'm really long-winded. I'm so sorry, guys.
No, don't apologize for it. We want more content, Christina and Atticus content.
Yeah, a lot of it's me with the baby, but I like rambled some about I would just like share a random story, like, this reminds me of this one time Alan blah 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 blah. And yeah, I mean, y'all, it's like a whole there are ups and downs. Like, I laughed out loud. I cried.
But spoiler
Some of the
alert,
video-
you loved the book, right?
What?
But spoiler alert, you loved the book, right?
I did love the book. And speaking of spoilers, it is chock full of spoilers. So do not watch it if you are spoiler averse. And I say that in the beginning of, like, before I start actually talking about anything specific related to the book. I'm like, I don't have the brain space to be worried about spoilers. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to be bloop. And so watch at your own risk. So Alan actually wants to read the book now because of how much I've talked about it. So he will not be able to watch my reading vlog until later.
But he better be ecstatic if it became the most viewed video, dadgummit.
He'll definitely say he's very happy, but with blank face. I'm very happy. I'm very happy.
Oh, thank you, Derry. That was sweet. Do I like the book more than the movie? Okay, so I did think about doing an adaptation review. I started watching the American adaptation of the movie. I did not realize at the time that there was also, I think, a Swedish one.
Swedish.
Which makes
I
sense.
didn't know. I didn't know that.
Makes
He's a
sense that
Swedish
there would be a Swedish one. So I
Yeah.
was not super impressed with what I saw of the American one, and I actually didn't even end up finishing it yet.
That makes me sad because it's Tom Hanks.
Oh, and it's not like it was horrible, but they just altered some things and I didn't understand why they altered it.
Makes sense.
Should I talk about it or no?
Sure. I mean, if you haven't talked about it in the vlog, then go ahead.
I did not talk about it in the vlog. So there's a character who, guys, I think I should probably call this series, as far as like the reading vlog. I think they might. I should probably just call it like Christina mispronounces people's names for however many videos it's going to be. Because I didn't realize it was Uwe until like the very end. And I was like, dang it. I was saying Uwe the whole time. And then I never figured out how to say.
You know, it's completely all right because many people, I saw that book featuring these many booktubers videos, and there, I mean, many people said, some people said Uwe, some people said Uwe. It's quite common. So you don't feel bad about it.
I ended up at one point listening to, I was going to review something. So I checked out the audiobook from the library. And I was like, I should have done this a long time ago because that's when I was confirmed it's Uwe. But there's another character, his neighbor, who her name is like Parvana, Parvenah. I never looked up how to say it. I just was like doing my best. And I said Parvan. What did I end up saying? Parvana. I think I don't even remember how I pronounced it. But so she is I think Persian. Did I make that up? I may have made that up.
Somebody can correct us in the
I think she
comments.
speaks Farsi. I think she's Persian.
Oh.
But I could be wrong. And I don't know why I'm not remembering this. Sometimes my brain, like since being so sleep deprived post baby, I'm like, oh, I feel wide awake. And then something will happen. I'll try to access information in my brain. And it's like, oh, I am sleep deprived. I am tired. So,
I have that same problem, and I don't have the excuse of a child. So I get you. But Thardol's right. Reading a name wrong in the wrong way is kind of part of the job.
but it wasn't a fantasy book. So I feel like I do understand that point, but I think these are like real names. I think it's the equivalent of like when I read Harry Potter as a, yes, that character, Parvane?
Oh, like
It
Pavardi?
does-
What is it? Pavardi?
It does
Patel
sound
or
like
whatever?
a Farsi name, actually. It does sound like that.
I'm pretty sure that's what the book said, but I could be having made up. Anyway, when I first read Harry Potter in like second grade, for years before the movies came out, like I didn't talk to anybody about the book, so I said Hermione's name, Hermione, in my head for years. Like I didn't. I don't think I had access to the internet. We had a computer, but I didn't have free reign. It was like my dad's computer. And
I didn't know how to pronounce Hermione's name until reading Goblet of Fire when she is explaining to Victor Crumb how to pronounce her name because he kept calling her Hermione or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, this would have been useful like 4 books ago. But thank you guys. Yes. Iranian. Yeah. Which is like used to be Persia, right? Am I wrong?
I think that's right. To be fair, my geography skills are abysmal. So
yes, it was part of Persia, as far as I know.
Thank you, Anita. So anyway, in the movie, in the American movie, they made her Hispanic. And I was just like,
with the same name?
No, they changed her name. They changed her husband's name. Like they changed her kids' names. And I'm like, why? Like, oh, I don't know. I thought that was weird. It didn't seem necessary to me. I do think in certain parts of the country, maybe we are more familiar with Hispanic culture, but like, so like maybe they thought it'd be more relatable if she was Hispanic, but it's not like we've never met people from other countries or I don't know. It was just that to me seemed completely unnecessary. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I would have much.
It doesn't make sense. Even if they want representation, that is also representation, right?
Yes.
It doesn't.
Exactly. And so part of me was like, do they just think that Americans are like?
Yeah, it could be that. I don't know.
Don't like.
It also could be. It also could be that they're just localizing it, right? They want to make it more familiar for Americans. So they want it to be something more experiences that they can relate to. At least that could be the.
Maybe I don't know. It just didn't seem necessary to me, but
yeah,
that's my biggest bone to pick so far. I haven't finished.
Everyone, just read A Man Called Uwe and go watch the Swedish adaptation.
Apparently, there is one. I don't know where to find it, but
okay.
When I was also Googling, because I was looking up the cover for different things, and it looked like there was a movie cover that was different from the American movie cover. So like different characters, different actors. And so I think there is one, but I don't know where to find it.
Based on Canada,
yeah.
Matt, should have made her Swedish. Just for
So yeah, in the movie, they don't live in Sweden, like they live somewhere up north in America, I guess, in North America, and they have like a single reference to something Swedish, and I don't know,
Swedish fish, which aren't even Swedish, I think.
No, it's like Uwe and Parvana go to like get breakfast somewhere, and he orders a like Swedish pastry and introduces her to it.
Interesting.
And that's not in the book. Like it's a random extra thing that they added.
Joanna, Christina is taking over Alan's channel. That's all you need to know.
For a week. It's temporary.
Forever.
That's not yet. I mean, that's not yet decided. Alan is sick. Alan will be exhausted. So he'll be like complaining about that exhaustion for another couple of weeks. So you have 3 weeks time.
Yes.
There you go. Melissa's
There's
got
so many places to find it. Thank you for doing the research for us. Prime, Tubi. I have Prime. I'm going to stick with Prime. I'm not even going to pay attention to the others. I'll get confused.
Tubi, Freevee, Udi. There's really weird names for streaming services now.
That is a wide variety, Tyler.
That is a variety.
I love it. I thrive on variety. Do they go to IKEA in the movie?
That would be the ultimate reference.
I didn't finish it. Is there a reference to IKEA? I don't remember. I didn't finish it, so I might, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, that's because IKEA is a Swedish one. That's why I think.
Yeah, that would be funny if they put that in there. So, yes. So I've been editing I've started already editing the vlogs because I have to cut out like big chunks where I'm just like talking to the baby. Or one time I didn't have the accessibility got turned off on my thing, but I had already started filming and I was feeding Atticus. And so I'm sitting there like swipe left, swipe left, swipe left, and nothing's happening. And I just ended up like, well, like, I guess I'm just stuck for a little bit. There's like 20 minutes of me just like feeding the baby. So that was an
On the
easy
bright
thing.
side, that should be really easy. So my very limited advice is just for those silent things, you'll see the audio bar, it's just nothing.
Just like
Easy to clip.
Also, I think you should save those clips for Alan so that he can include those as, bloopers in his future videos.
Yeah, there are plenty of bloopers. There's one time when I had my iPad like propped up, but again, my hands were full with the baby, so I tried to turn the page with my toe. I did it eventually, but it was an adventure. So
This is going to be very exciting.
You said you already started editing, so like, did you like literally just start, or like, do you have like 30 minutes of stuff?
30 minutes has been edited, and I think that's enough for the first video. That sounds like plenty, right? So my plan is tonight I'm going to try to figure out how to get it off my iPad onto Alan's computer, because I ended up downloading like a free version of the software that he uses as an app on my iPad. So get it from there to there, and then try to add
The easiest trick is send that to your email from your iPad, download it in your computer from your email.
Yes, that's
Can you do
absolutely.
that with such a big file?
It'll go into
It
Google
will upload
Drive.
into Google Drive automatically when you use, Gmail.
Okay.
Yeah.
My Google Drive is very full. I will try.
Create a new email just for this.
I should. Oh my gosh, I might need to.
Honestly.
I even pay for extra storage, and it's busting at the seams. Because I use it for my studio, and so I have like a lot of like recital videos on there and stuff. And
Oh yeah, I would definitely set up like a separate email for like
Yeah.
non-piano stuff.
Google Drive is the best simply because if it's still in a iPad, Apple has a weird format that transferring it over directly either won't necessarily go through most chords because it's too big, or like it's just weird plugging into things, and Google Drive sometimes will convert it. Well, does it?
I'll try. We'll find out.
But Google Drive does work. Can confirm.
Alan does not have a Mac.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a Mac because he complains about.
Yeah. Alan hates
Mac.
Apple products. No way.
I love them. I don't know. Well, I love my iPhone and my iPad. I don't know that I would enjoy having a Mac.
As someone who has a MacBook, I like it, except that I have to use an external hard drive because the hard drive on the computer fills up very, very quickly. Because I'm not paying for a 1 terabyte hard drive on the computer, because I ain't doing that. So
Terabark.
wait, did I say terabark?
You did say Terabart.
I mean,
Oh,
you did not
God.
finish it, but
You fixed it. You fixed it, but I just like that Pete had to repeat it. Pete was like, I gotta try that one out. I like that sounds. Try that one on for guys.
But anyways, Christina, you're gonna be editing.
Yes.
Pete, what are you gonna be reading?
I have a variety of things I could be doing. I have Nero, I have Hills of Heather and Bone, and I have Union Research.
Like
what?
like-
Which union?
like
Your
trade
commune
union.
union?
No, trade unions. It's related
Ah.
to the book that I'm eventually going to write / have slightly already started. It's fantasy. There's unions, and it has to do with a very specific character that I'm sort of starting with a ripoff from
Good
a
night,
video
Johnny.
game, and then
confirmed, Pete is abandoning BookTube for AuthorTube. We're not good enough for him anymore. It's fine. It's fine.
He already abandoned us. Actually, I mean, he's just giving us guest appearances. That's all. He already did that.
Touche.
It's true.
Oh, good night, Joanna.
Oh, look.
Pete doing mafia research.
I mean, if we're talking about U.S. unions,
Christina, you can type directly in StreamYard your comments.
Sorry, say that again. I can type
You
them.
can
What?
directly in StreamYard. You don't have to switch to YouTube.
Ah, okay. Good to know. Thank you. I'm learning a lot. This is a big learning curve.
What are you going to be reading, Anita?
Mercy of Gods. I have like, I mean, I had like 120 pages left from past 4 days. I did not read it. If I read it, I'll finish it. So I'll be reading Mercy of the Gods.
Nice. Italian unions are also mafia, Pete, just so you know.
that's true. But that's very true.
Nice.
Donald, how
I mean,
is that book?
just-
I'm hearing good
Just
things about children of gods and fighting men, right? No?
That's I think Leslie read that series.
Yeah,
She really
yeah.
liked it.
It's from Shauna Lawless,
Oh.
yes.
oh, I thought that was Alan that actually posted that came in and popped in.
Oh,
I
it's
saw
me.
that.
She clearly wrote Christina.
Pete doesn't know how to
read.
read, confirmed.
Oh, yeah.
This is why he's trying to write. Anyways, I will be reading The Angel of Indian Lake, the third book in the Indian Lake trilogy by Stephen Graham Jones. I am a little over halfway finished.
So it's about an
You'll
oath.
finish that before I finish. Mercy of gods. Okay.
You have faith in me that I don't have in myself, Anita.
You're the duster, though.
Listen, I've been slacking on my dusting reputation. I need to pick it back up. So
Okay, let's do this then. How long do you guys want to do sprint?
how much time do you need, Christina? Or how much time do you want for the sprint to edit?
Want to do 30 minutes and then go from there?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, we'll do till 05. Evie, you want to set up the banner?
Because I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, that's why I said Evie.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, for you next time, towards the right side on the screen, there is a column, comments, banners, brand. You can see banners there.
Ooh.
Or Anita, you, myself, and Pete all have access. We can support Christina on this.
Yes, we'll always be there, so it's okay. Okay.
But if I ever
Okay.
want to take it over again,
Yeah.
good to know.
All right, I'm going to go on mute. Hello.
Hello, how did you all do?
Hello.
I don't remember what page I started on, but I'm 3 pages away. I don't know how to do math away from finishing my chapter. So, yay.
Nice.
I got about 20 pages read
Nice.
in Hills of Heather and
Hills of
Bone.
Heather.
Evie,
Huh.
you would like this because melancholy book.
Yeah, that is definitely Evie's book.
For sure. It is about a husband and wife. The wife is a necromancer and the husband is a healer / plant grower.
Is it cozy though?
No,
No.
it's not.
Okay.
There's some definite life-ending tension because necromancers are banned, in essence. Yeah, so
You
they're
know,
on the run from the law.
the cover and even the title, it looks and sounds like a cozy fantasy, but it's not.
It's really not. Like there's cozy vibes for parts of the story, but there's also, oh my god, these people are going to kill us because she's a necromancer and necromancer's bad.
All right.
I like the way that she plays with necromancy, how necromancy like works in this world, because it's not about like raising the dead, it's about like the stories the dead can tell you, basically.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Christina,
Christina?
how's editing go?
Jinx, Anita.
I was not successful. I didn't even get the files from my iPad to the computer. So,
Okay.
Are
Was there
they
any
being
problem
transferred
with
now?
that?
maybe. I thought I was transferring them earlier and it didn't work. So, but it took 8 minutes to like do its thing. But in the meantime, I have been hunting down some stuff on Alan's computer that I wanted. So
Nice.
No, Sal, that wasn't the book. Phillips was that Murder at the Spindle Manor.
Oh, okay. I know it was a finalist last year.
And isn't that the one that Philip picked is the one that won SPFBO 9?
It was second.
It was second. I mean,
Wait, which one won then?
Murder at the wait. Oh my god.
Murder at Spindle
I
Manor.
have that book. It is behind this book. This one.
I know, that's the one that I asked if that's the one that won.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. But
We
this
thought-
apparently Hills of Heather and Bone, Philip liked it very much. He said it was very close second.
Mhm. Oh yeah, so his highest was Hills of Heather and Bone, according to Master Sal.
Okay.
Because I know his Hills of Heather and Bone was, I'm like 95% sure it was second. Katie's really cool though too. Yeah.
Christina, what are you planning to read next after this editing and the project?
well,
The loaded question, Anita.
Well, I mean, I have a couple of options. I do want to get back into Discworld at some point. So Jingo was where I left off. Literally like a year and a half ago. It's been a while. Maybe longer than that, but I think a year and a half ago. So I would like to pick up with Jingo at some point. And then I also got some book recommendations from Sal and Evie and Kat, yes, thank you. I was like, there was another person. Who was it? And so I did want to kind of look through those and see if I wanted to add one of those to my list. So it kind of I'm back and forth between those two ideas. But I needed some time to still live with Uwe for a little bit. And I love it so much. And then also on my list, because I just really enjoyed it. I want to circle back to Britt Marie was here at some point because I read my grandmother asked me to tell you she's sorry. Asked me, told me, whichever one. And I that one's sort of like a related to. So I want to read that one at some point too. So one of those three.
Nice.
Jingo is still part of the Night's Watch subseries,
Yes.
right?
City Watch.
Watch.
City
Yes.
Watch. City Watch, Night Watch.
How dare you, Pete?
Yeah.
That was one of the books, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think that's Alan's favorite, right?
I think
He
so.
says Night Watch is the perfect Discworld book, but he rates Guards as his favorite because that is the first City Watch book and introduced him to Sam Vines.
Good old.
You don't watch Alan's channel.
I have a lot of information crammed into this head, and sometimes
all Sanderson information, but not Alan's
and
information.
unions now, economics.
Listen,
accounting.
Anita, there's a reason why you are known as the loyalist. So
Look, Anita, if I knew everything, I wouldn't have asked for help on the commercial. So,
What music fantasy book trilogy? What was I reading?
That is duology. You read that V. Schwab's Savage Song and what?
Yes, I did. I did finish that. I read
Yeah,
this.
I'm
never
guessing she's
did
talking
make-
about that.
I don't think I made a review.
Yeah.
And at this point, I don't. Wait,
you talked about doing a review, but you never did it. We
Yes.
talked about it like last time I talked to you, and you were like, I'd have to reread it to do a review.
no, I am having a very vague memory. I think I may have reviewed it, and I don't know if Alan ever edited it and posted it.
snap.
Oh, snap!
You go find the video and edit it yourself now.
I could be wrong, but I at least took notes. Like I remember thinking about what I would say if I reviewed it. But is that the one?
Yes.
Is that the one?
Savage-
Now?
This
the right
Savage on our dark duet or whatever.
Yeah, our dark duet.
This Savage Song.
Yes. I don't know what I've read. I don't know. Yes, I did. I really enjoyed them. I tore through them. I read them like each one in a matter of days, which is not normally my pace. It took me. I had to check A Man Called Ube out of the library again. I had to extend it because I was not done in the 3 weeks that I had. So I'm normally kind of slow.
I mean, you also have to take care of the baby a lot, so that makes
But even before then,
Mhm.
like I'm just.
And you're also busy with with teaching. Which, by the way, how are all your students?
They're good. They're good. My first this year is really special because one of my students who like started with me from scratch is graduating high school. His last lesson with me is going to be in like 2 weeks, and he's going on to major in music. And it's sort of like this was one of my like dreams to have at least one student that I take from beginning to the end of their high school career who goes on to pursue music
That's
as a
so nice.
So, Alan did
Alan's here.
Alan is here.
monitoring the treachery. What do you mean? What are you in trouble for?
Alan, how are you? Are you feeling better?
Oh.
Better than yesterday?
Alan, the reason why you might be in trouble is because I think I may have recorded a review of this Savage Song or our dark duet or both, and it never made it on the channel. I think you were supposed to edit it. Does that sound like a thing that happened? This is what I'm remembering. This is the real Alan. Yes, this is not me.
It doesn't have the dash Christina at the end, so.
Yes, I signed the one that I commented, the one I made. We've been found out, says Alethea. It is trippy.
It theoretically could be one of us three typing as well, but it's not.
It could be, but I texted him to be like, "Did you see? I'm on your channel. Go watch it."
But But that's exciting, like that your student is going to do music. Is he going to do just like general music, like music education, or is he going to do like he did pedagogy, right?
This is so true.
She could be pulling a convincing stunt.
No.
I mean, everybody saw how serious I was in the trailer, right?
Yeah.
But I was like giggling the whole time I was editing it. I was like, this is so stupid, but I was having so much fun.
It was hilarious. Oh my god, I laughed the whole time.
I did too. You guys, I'm so discouraged. I don't know how to get the files from here to there. What do I do?
Wait, so
okay,
when you
do
Sorry.
one after one. When you try each file send to your email, it automatically uploads to Google Drive. Create a folder in your Google Drive, or you manually upload one by one. Do that actually. Create a folder in your Google Drive, manually upload to your Google Drive one after another, and from computer directly download from it.
So, do you have the Google Drive app on your iPad?
I do.
Okay.
And it was trying to upload it to my
Ellen.
I made a new account, but it was trying to upload it to my old account and it wouldn't let me switch, even though I had logged in
Weird.
to the new account on my iPad. I don't have room on the old account.
was it like giving you an error message or?
Where's my phone?
I know.
We're gonna try and troubleshoot this live.
How are you trying to switch? So, just to see if,
Like switch accounts? What are you talking about?
yeah, on the Google Drive app.
So I wasn't on the app. I was like where the file was, and I was trying to do from there, like share and then share to Google Drive. And then it wouldn't let me because I tried going from my Google Drive to find the folder. I already edited it in the software.
Yeah, so it's in,
So
but it's in your iPad thing.
Yes, software on my iPad. So that's the problem. The normal files that I haven't edited yet, I think I can get just fine. But the ones that that I have edited, like I tried just exporting it from the software, and it exported it as some weird unreadable file that nothing will open. So then I tried it differently, and I've tried like 3 different ways, and I can't figure out how to get
So it might be the exporting that might be the issue, because if you can, so what you're saying is you can't go from, because usually what I do, and this is just because it's just in my phone, is I'm actually like in Google Drive and I just hit the upload file button. So when you use that, you can't find the file, the edited file is what you're saying.
Yes, I cannot find the edited file. And then when I go to the actual software, I tried one way and the file was unreadable, and I tried another way and it wouldn't let me pick which Google Drive.
Is it what's the software? Filmora or something, right?
So that's what Alan uses, but I ended up trying DaVinci Resolve.
So does it?
So you already edited in your bed. Now you're.
Yes.
If you can edit using iPad, continue in that. Then why transfer?
Well, how do I get it to his YouTube channel? Because I'm not logged into his YouTube channel. He's just already logged in here.
Well, that's the problem. You can't export it from the thing.
Yeah, exporting is the thing.
Okay, so is there an option on the iPad, on the app, that says, like, are there different export options, or is there just one export? Can you export project as something else?
I don't see that, but I could try Googling to see.
Because that's what I did. I just did a quick Google, and it's like export project as export project archive. That's what it's saying.
This is true. Uwe did struggle with computers. It's like the very first chapter is Ube trying to buy an iPad. Woo. Alan has so many things on his desk. Anyway, we'll
How are
see.
the critters, by the way?
They're good. They're all doing really well. The dogs are. Sophia's over there. I don't know if you can see her on the couch a little bit. I don't know where Susan is.
No.
Is Sophia still completely obsessed with Atticus?
She is, and sometimes when Atticus is doing like tummy time or something, I'll get down on the floor to like be cheering him on, like woohoo! Like, so I want him to be able to see me. And the dogs think I'm trying to play with them, and they come try to knock me over. But they never trample the baby, but they trampled me. So I'm like, get out of the way. It is an adventure. They're fun though. They're very fun.
Do they try to sleep with the baby?
So, right now the baby sleeps in his bassinet, and it's like raised, and we have a little zippered like mesh thing that goes over it to keep the cats out, because Gus would totally try to get in there and snuggle with him. I have let Gus cuddle with him like one time. Gus is obsessed. He wants so badly to like be on the baby. And he's so little, you know, I'm like, he can't push the cat off if he doesn't want the cat on him. So not right now, Gus, sorry. So I'm constantly having to push Gus off. The dogs, they definitely like him, and they'll like follow me around when I have him kind of guard me and guard the baby. But one time we tried to like lay him on Sophia, and she did not like that. She got up, and we had to go like rescue him because he was gonna fall.
Oh,
She was
like, what is this thing on me?
She was fine long enough for me to snap a picture. She was just kind of like, what? And then, I don't like this. I up and left.
You know, you should share more pictures, Christina, for us, with Atticus with pets, and Atticus actually in general.
I should. I share a lot on social media, but I should like in the Discord and stuff. But
Evie, we need an Atticus dedicated channel stat.
All right, I can do that. Patron only.
yes.
Yes, patron only.
I mean, everybody can get some, but the like flood needs to be reserved for the patrons.
Anita, what did you read on the sprint?
I'm sorry, what?
I said, Anita, what did you read on the sprint? Did you say, did I just forget?
Mercy of gods, the mercy of gods, and I need to talk to Alan about something. Because
That's very cryptic and or ominous, Anita.
yes,
Anita hates it confirmed.
I don't hate it. I am liking it, but there is a but which I'm not going to mention in my review or wrap up anywhere. Only Alan will hear that, because he shares my love of Daniel Abraham, so I'm going to confess to him only.
I'm offended.
Anita hates Daniel Abraham, confirmed.
Anita hates me, confirmed. Because I also love Daniel Abraham.
See, you cheated on LPQ for Dandelion Dynasty, so you're
Excuse me, I've read more Abraham than you have, so
that doesn't count.
I've read
You
The
said
Expanse.
you said Dandelion
Dragon's
Dynasty. You said Dandelion Dynasty is your favorite series, not Long Price Quartet.
Okay. Is the
Can I
Long Price
Melissa?
Quartet Alan's favorite series?
It
Yes.
is definitely top 3. You know,
It
after
is also
Discord.
same with Long Price Quartet. Is also top 3.
That is not.
Say like,
Hey, I can share with Jimmy too. Actually, I'll share with
Serious?
Jimmy, and
Anita really hates me now.
actually Jimmy is the best person, because if I tell this to Alan, Alan just tells me that Anita, you're just nitpicking. He doesn't, how do I say it? He just puts it back on me that I'm nitpicking. I think Jimmy will listen to me. Jimmy will understand. But I'll have to wait for him to read the book.
So offended.
What am I, a piece of meat over here?
You haven't read, either Dagger and Coin or LPQ.
And I never will now.
I agree.
Sal has a great point. Christina, what is your favorite?
My favorite what? I'm so
Book
sorry.
ever.
Series.
All-time favorite book.
Oh my gosh, how am I supposed to pick?
Evie.
That's really hard. So, all-time favorite, like of my entire life?
Don't worry. It took me over a year to actually figure out the answer to that question. A year of being on BookTube.
Yeah, I have no idea. What? Well, come hang out with me and Atticus then, Jimmy. Top 10. Thank you, Sal. Okay,
It'll definitely be the most watched video then.
That would be an amazing video.
a video of
Top
Jimmy
10.
and Alan.
No, video of
Your
top 10.
Because
Your
top
top
10
10.
are like
Oh,
the thing
Yeah,
to do
actually,
on
that's
YouTube
it.
for the
Alan
algorithm.
would hate it.
Exactly.
No,
Oh.
I mean,
That's a great idea. While I have control. Okay, I'll just highlight a couple. I really did love Josiah Bancroft's The Hexologists.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. And Hod King was also incredible. I love the whole series.
Books of Bible.
Yeah, the Books of Babel series, but Hod King was my favorite. It was just such a fun read. I was hooked. I was on vacation and I was like on the airplane reading it, and Alan was not with me. And so I so badly wanted to be able to talk to him about it, but I didn't pay for the Wi-Fi or anything. So, and I'm cheap. I wasn't going to, but I was literally like reacting out loud on accident. And I had to be like, I'm so sorry. Like I would gasp or laugh or whatever and be like, I'm so sorry. So that's one. And then I really loved A Man Called Ube. Like I loved it. It was excellent.
Top 5. It sounds like top 5 the way you're talking about it.
Yes, I mean I loved it. And then so like I think Bachman might be a new favorite author for me. I've read 2 of his works now, and I'm gonna read a couple more because I just think that I'm like, you know what? I'm vibing with this. I think this might be one of my things. I'm enjoying this. What? You're gonna get lunch with Finn, Jimmy? That's so exciting. I guess 2 of us clicked on it. And then as far as just like classics that I have loved for a long time, and by classics, I don't necessarily mean classics, like a classic to me. Classic favorite, like Anne of Green Gables, just so cozy.
And you also like To Kill a Mockingbird.
To Kill a Mockingbird, Jane Eyre, and when
Evie wants you to say Jane Austen, but you said Jane Eyre, which she hates.
I don't hate Jane Eyre. I just think it is far inferior to Wuthering Heights.
No, I haven't read Wuthering Heights. I have tried Wuthering Heights and a long time ago, and it didn't.
It's very dark, and I forgot how dark it was until I reread it last year. It's very violent. It's violent for now, let alone for 19th century British literature.
I'm sure I'll be able to handle it. I tried it twice, but again, this was a long time ago, so maybe I should try it again. That would be funny. But then when I was a kid, I really loved this book. The Wanderer by Sharon Creech. And I still just love it. I don't know. But I mean, it's a kid's book. It's kidlit. But it was just really good. It's about this little family that goes on they sail across the ocean to England to meet their Bumpy, which is their grandpa. And so it's like 3 uncles and their it's like 3 uncles and 3 cousins, but one of them, it's not her dad. It's just like the bachelor uncle, and her dad didn't come. And then it's from the perspective of 2 of the cousins, and it's just really sweet, and I love it.
What's the title? What's the title?
The Wanderer.
Okay.
It's a kid's book, but I really love, like, a middle grade book, I should say.
Won a
It's
Newbery
okay.
according to Google.
It's what?
It won a Newbery Award according to Google.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
A Newbery Award, which is, yeah, it looks interesting.
It's just really sweet. But I mean,
Amazon's title itself, The Wanderer, a Newbery Honor Award winner.
yeah. See, apparently that's a big. It was. Yeah. Anyway, I really enjoyed it as a kid, and I reread it many times as an adult too, because it's just so like nostalgic at this point. And I think that was probably my first like adventure novel where like the story is the part of the journey,
Yeah.
And that calls to me. Lord of the Rings, like that kind of like epic quest kind of thing, was sort of like that.
Yeah.
So,
I have
but
similar
not fancy.
nostalgia for like Percy Jackson and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Because Percy Jackson was really formative for me. Still holds up, at least for me.
Percy Jackson is mid-beat. Harry Potter is the best. Harry Potter is
Actually,
here.
no,
Percy
no.
Jackson is here.
Percy Jackson actually has cohesive, world building in it.
Oh
And,
my god.
And
Percy Jackson
actual
is
valuable
boring.
life lessons, and it's
Oh
not-
my god.
it doesn't
Seriously?
consist of a main character that is a douchebag to his friends.
Pete and Anita's friendship is going to be broken live during the stream. It's going to be great.
It was already broken. Oh my god. Damn. Evie, I blame you. Why didn't you remind me? I wasn't talking to Pete from past week. I forgot.
Anita.
How can you let me forget this?
Just say that you've been talking to me this entire time, and it just so happens that Pete's been listening.
Okay, this doesn't count because I hopped on sprints for Christina. So I'm just being polite, This doesn't count. Pete, remember, our
Of
feud
course.
continues.
Of course. K-Fox, Artemis Fowl is also like...
Yes. Artemis Fowl was excellent. I loved Artemis Fowl.
Hate Disney for what they did to the character.
I didn't even watch it.
They took I didn't watch it either, but I've watched like some reviews, and just from the trailers, like they gutted it. Like, you could. It's making me so mad.
I also read The Circle of Magic.
Oh, is
Tamora
Pierce?
Pierce. Yeah.
Tamara Pierce is very famous. I think she is what is that, like first fantasy author for many people in America, or that's what I heard.
Yeah, I really enjoyed her books. I was a little older than when I read The Wanderer, but that was another very like formative series for me. And
I think Song of Linus is also very famous. I forgot the character, Alana or something.
Yeah, that's
yes.
yeah.
I think.
Elena, something. Yeah. I can't remember. Christina, have you read The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill? It's a middle grade book.
Yeah,
It's a
Christina,
middle
you
grade
also
book, and I really like it. So
sorry.
go ahead, Nita.
You also should read Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. You will definitely like it.
But I have heard of that one.
Because yeah, I last time I recommended it to you long back, like 2 years back.
Oh gosh. Sorry, Anita.
It's completely okay.
Alan's been wanting me to read like Jinko and stuff for a long time. Oh, I forgot. Sorry. I forgot about A Series of Unfortunate Events. I read that too. I'm very sensitive to sad things. So I took everything very seriously when I was reading those books and would be like very genuinely upset about stuff. So I did read them all, but yes. And then I'm trying to think. Oh, I really enjoyed Sammy Keats. It was a series of books. They're like little mystery stories, and it's I don't know if she's like an 8th grader or a 9th grader, but it's another kind of like middle grade book, and she just like solves mysteries with her skateboard and her Converse. And I don't know, I really liked her. I liked those books.
My grandmother got me into Agatha Christie at a young age.
Really?
Yes.
And in return,
to be fair, I had already read through Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew, like all of them that my library had, which was over 50 each.
Pete was so grateful. In return, he introduced her grandmother to KJ Parker with the company.
No, it was The Hammer, and no.
You didn't like it? Did you actually read it?
No, I got to the end while we were on that trip, and I was like, "You're not gonna like the ending." Like the ending solidified it as not a grandma book because she's not like
a grandma book.
She doesn't like lots of violence, and the ending of that book is violence. So sadly, no. Though she probably would like Purple and Black. I think she would appreciate that. No, just straight up Agatha Christie, Master's Out. I don't know, it was like 12, 13.
Somebody posted that they did not read fantasy books growing up. I did not read English books growing up, so I started reading very late in English, so don't feel bad about it. I think I read Harry Potter like when I was in college. That was like my first entry to fantasy in English, so don't feel bad about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're all here now, and that's what matters.
Did you enjoy Harry Potter as an adult? I've heard some people like Alan say that it's hard to get into as an adult.
I was obsessed with Harry Potter, obsessed to the extent that, I mean, after college, I think at final year, I think my friend was already married. I used to go to their place regularly. I talked about it so much. Her husband also started making jokes about me, we were all sitting, we sat for dinner. So my friend forgot to place something on the table. So she got up in the middle of the dinner. Then he was like, if it was Anita, she would have used Akio spell to someone.
Oh my goodness.
It was so funny because he was also new to me. I was new to him, but I talked about it so much. He started making jokes about it. I was so obsessed, and my friend gifted me wand and apparition certificate.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Yeah. I read it at like 14 or 15, and I was like, I recognized what it does for the genre, but like I was like, I see too many things in this book that could be improved even at that age. And that was me being a fantasy snob even when I was young. So it's fair.
Well, if you were reading like Agatha Christie, to go from Agatha Christie to Harry Potter, I could see being like, this is not the same. I started Harry Potter in I think I was in 2nd grade when the first book started being popular. I don't know about when it was actually published, but it was catching on. And my uncle gifted it to me for either my birthday or Christmas. It was like, hey, I've heard good things about this book. I think you'd like it. And I guess I must have heard some weird whisperings about, because some people were very witchcraft, especially in the South. Yeah, so I think I'd heard some whisperings at school that maybe it was a bad book. So I remember I read the first chapter And then I brought it to my parents and I was like, I don't know if I should read this book. His parents die. And so my parents were like, well, how about we will read it and then, we'll let you know if it's appropriate or not. So they read the book and then they sat me down and they were like, it's totally fine for you to read as long as you understand that magic's not real. And I was like, oh, duh. And so I took the book back. And then my whole family was obsessed because my parents read the books with me. So every time a new book would come out, we would like all be sharing the same book. And if you set it down, it was fair game. So somebody else would pick it up and we were all like racing to try and finish it. And it was just really fun memories for me.
To me, actually, my cousin, she was much younger than me. She was still in middle school, I think. She started reading. She introduced me to this Harry Potter world. She completely told stories of book 1 and book 2. Then I picked the books up. So when I was also obsessed with it. My aunt was like, she had actually very good opinion on me that I am like smart girl and she has good opinion on my taste. So she thought, okay, Anita also started liking it. And she read like first few pages, which is like, what kind of crap is this, Anita? What are you liking? And she was like, see, growing up, we used to watch, they're old movies actually, black and white movies, where all these wizards, their what is that? Soul or life isn't in their body, it is in some kind of parrot or some object. So the main lead has to go and kill that parrot to kill this wizard, all those kind of stuff. I used to love those movies. So she knows that I read all that. She was like, you read all that, you know all this, why are you liking this so much? I was like, I don't care. I love this. Especially in India, we got those kind of criticisms because we grew up watching those movies. So people thought that, they did not find Harry Potter so unique or anything new, but I ate it up actually. I love it. Pete is wrong. Let's move on.
So back to the vlog. Did you research anything while we were yapping away, Christina?
I'm not a good multitasker, but I will say that I have been able to, I don't know if I was able to export the file from the editing software. I think I was, maybe. But I did start uploading just the raw footage that I haven't edited yet to Google Drive, and it is very slowly working on uploading. And some of it I have verified has made it over to the, like, if I log in, I am logged in on both. So I've been refreshing Google Drive on the computer to be like, watch as things pop up. Like, okay. So some things are there. So there's some stuff for me to work on at least.
Nice.
But there's a lot. I took a lot of videos.
It's
You're talking
okay.
about an interview with a vampire at 5th grade for Tharnal. That's a lot for a 5th grader.
I read Interview with the Vampire in 9th grade, but 5th grade, dang. I think I read like, what was that one book?
You read Dune like around 13 or 14, right?
Ew. No, I read it when I was in I've read it when I was 15, but that's 9th, 10th grade, not 5th grade. In 5th grade, I think I read
5th grade is 11?
10, 11. Well, I was 10.
For us 10. For us 10. For Americans, 11, I think.
Well, it depends upon your birthday, but for me, it was 11.
I remember 6th grade is like 11, 12. So 10, 11 sounds right.
Yeah. Anyways, 5th grade, I think it wasn't, because I remember we read Johnny Tremaine in 4th grade. That was the biggest one that I remember reading. In 5th grade, it was, oh my gosh, it had a girl, and she was on a pirate ship or some sort of ship. Oh my gosh. It's right at the tip of my... It's right in my brain. I could see the cover, but I can't remember the title.
What are boxcar books?
Boxcar Children are great. Classic kids lit.
By the way, I hear everyone talk about, oh yeah, I read the Boxcar Kids when I was a kid. And I'm like, what are the Boxcar Children? What is this?
So the first book, these kids, their parents die and they run away. There's these 4 of them, and they
Why
stay
do in these books, fantasy books, always they
They're
start
not
with the
fantasy.
parents dying?
They're not fantasy. That's the
Okay.
thing. They run away from home because they don't want to live with their evil grandfather, and they stay in a boxcar for a few weeks. And then at the end of the first book, spoilers, their grandpa is not evil. He's rich. So he finds them and he's like, I'm actually a nice guy. And they go on whatever adventures. It's like pseudo mystery. It's like a bunch of them are very much like mystery books.
Oh my god, there is a movie in my first language. I think they copied from this book.
Possibly.
Very similar.
Or maybe it's the other
story.
way around. It could be.
No. It is always. I mean,
Look.
most of the times these books came out in 1924. So
Boxcar
movies.
Children? Is that old?
Yeah, I just googled. Its first book 19 Boxcar Children 1924, and then Surprise Island 1949. There is so much gap between each books. Actually, it's,
I didn't know they were that old.
I didn't know that either. I read some of those too. I didn't read all of them, but
Yeah.
the True
They're like-
Confession.
Like the I think Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew, they eventually just got taken over by ghostwriters, basically.
Yeah, makes sense.
True
But yeah, I did
Confessions
find
of
it. It was True Confessions of Charlotte Doyle by Avi.
Sal, why are you intent on giving me? Okay, you can all give me one book
Each.
which you.
One book each.
Yes, one book each.
Right now. I feel like I need to think about it.
No.
Nope.
Take your time. No,
I think
don't
it'd be
take that much
interesting to
pressure.
see if I could hook you into the Pendragon series by DJ McHale. Not that.
And
series.
dragons means
Nope.
and
no.
McCaffrey.
So Pendragon typically is used to refer to King Arthur, but this has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. It is.
Is it a writing dragon? Because pen?
No, there are no dragons. Actually, there might be. I don't remember. So basically, there are these people called the Travelers. And our main character, whose name escapes me, is one of these travelers. And there are 10 realms. And there is this evil demonic dude that is trying to bring chaos to the 10 realms in order to destabilize them and combine them all. And there are 10 books, each him going to a different realm each time. And Earth is 3 of the realms, which is really weird. Like you have Earth from the 1920s, modern day Earth, and future Earth are 3 of the realms. It's really interesting. It was another one of those it's like fantastical and sci-fi-ish. It's like sci-fantasy basically, but mostly more fantasy than anything. Because like you travel through these like gates that pop up in random places for no reason at all, and it just looks like it's a tube to nowhere, like a rock cave. Inkheart is also a really good one. I love that. Was a really good trilogy.
I read those too.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a trilogy? I thought it's a single book. There is a movie also, right? By that name?
Yes.
The movie has Brendan Fraser in it. That's all I know.
Yes.
So
I think I watched the movie, but it's long back. I don't remember anything.
Inkheart, Ink Spell, and Ink Death. Yes.
Death.
spoiler alert, I guess.
Not really. It did not break me. We'll say that. But I was also a child, so what broke
Did
me?
not break me. The ending broke me. I'm trying to think of like other ones I read. I really loved A Wrinkle in Time.
Oh
Yes, and A Ring of Endless Light. Yeah,
I read a
that
bunch
one.
of those.
Because it was the dolphin stuff. Ring of Endless Light was with the dolphins. Yeah.
Really trippy as a child. Just I don't know. Like imagining those in my brain were always just like, wow, this is like so weird to think about.
I always forget. It's Mrs. What's It, Mrs. Who's It, and who's the third one in A Wrinkle in Time?
I don't remember.
It might be How's It
I'll be right back.
or When's It.
When's It? I feel like it was something completely different that you would not actually expect.
Oh, it's a subversive.
Yeah. I could probably just Google it, but
So
that takes effort.
I still haven't watched the newest movie. I should have gotten to see that, and I'd feel sad.
Yeah, I type in A Wrinkle in Time, and the first thing that shows up is the latest adaptation.
Did
And I'm like, why
Oprah act in that movie?
I'm sorry?
Oprah acted in that movie? Why
I
am I
think so,
remembering
yeah.
her face when... Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, because when you guys said Wrinkle in Time, that's the first face that came into my brain.
Oh, so it's Mrs. What's It, Mrs. Who, and Mrs. Which.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
It made him realize that his teachers were the devil.
I'm not surprised that K Fox really liked The Giver as a child.
I do remember reading The Giver, and I really, really enjoyed that.
I heard about The Giver, but I don't remember anything about it.
It's the one where everyone
giant-
lives in...
It's a utopian dystopia. It's a precursor to the dystopian genre, honestly.
Yeah.
It has a twist that we can't spoil because it's a really interesting twist in how it's written.
Yeah.
But there's a dude that takes things on in the community, and everybody else is living this utopian lifestyle.
I just read Scholastic Book Club, and I just smelled the book fair, like, from memory. So, thank you for that. Genuinely, it was great. But yeah, Christina, do you want to do another sprint to edit, or is it still uploading stuff, or?
I would like to do one more sprint if people are up for it. And then I will be turning into a pumpkin.
I'm surprised Evie did not turn into pumpkin yet, but let's do another one.
Before I turn into a pumpkin, yes.
If you need to leave, you certainly can. I see the button where it says end stream, and I think now that I know where that is and where the banners are, I think I've got it from here.
Actually, even Pete and I have access. So even if you,
So if I turn into a pumpkin and y'all want to carry on, you could.
So do you want to do another 30 minutes, like maybe just go to 30? Christina?
Yes, that sounds good. And maybe I'll actually get some real editing done and not just uploading videos.
Let's do till 25.
No, let's do 30. Let's go to 30.
So it'll be 35 minutes total.
Yeah.
Roughly. Okay, let's go. Huzzah!
Good luck, Christina.
Thank you.
Beep, beep, beep.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. You gave me a heart attack, Pete.
I mean, I was thinking about quacking, but I decided not to do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll consider.
How did it go, Christina?
Literally all I did was work on trying to update Alan's patron opener.
Nice.
Nice. But
That's all.
that's okay. You tried something, that's okay. Slowly, I mean, when I filmed my first video, it was only 12-minute video. I mean, after editing, I edited it for 24 hours. It took me 24 hours. I mean,
Like
everything
actively or from start to like you took
start to finish, like with life, including life.
Oh, okay.
But still, it's too much. It's like
It does get faster
yeah.
once you get acquainted with the software. Keyboard shortcuts, lifesaver.
Yeah, I don't have any keyboard shortcuts right now.
It's okay. You take your time and get used to it.
I'm slightly multitasking because I'm just trying to fit things on one slide right now. So I can still talk, but I'm going to be looking over here going click, 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 click.
It's okay. I mean, no pressure to post it like within this week. Take your time. You can post it even after.
I want to post it like tomorrow. Like I want to post it ASAP. So I'm
Can
excited.
you Well, I was
Okay.
gonna say, can you like get Alan's password and log into the YouTube app on your iPad, and then upload it from there? But then I realized you'll still have the problem of exporting it from the editing software.
I did get it over here to Google Drive. It is
Oh,
there.
cool.
Good job.
And so I just need to I need the patron opener, my edited video, and then one of his closers. I'm going to put these together and then export that and then upload it to YouTube.
No, let's get down to business. Oh.
No.
Oh.
You know what? Finish your editing first. When you have time and interest at the end, you can think about putting all those things.
I got like a little fancy with my editing where I added like a couple sound effects.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
But that's it. Just like a couple, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
Influencer Alan clip pops in.
Or everything, like instead of let's get down to business, instead of everything Alan does, everything like Christina thinks. Your own signature style.
My own
Well,
signature.
Well, this one you've already edited this one, right? And it's just a matter of like putting the.
Yes, but I still have at least 2 more videos worth of footage of me talking about this book.
So is the first one, is it going to be like up through like chapter, I don't know, like 6 or so? I don't know. Do you have like chapter sections or something?
I don't remember how many chapters I talked about in this video. I don't remember, but I do think I got faster. I think I had more to say at the beginning. And then as I settled in, I had slightly less commentary. Oh, sorry. So hopefully they won't all be like a bunch of 30-minute long.
That's also okay. People enjoy something different content actually. So don't worry about the length. The only thing to be worried about the length is it takes more time to edit. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, long form content is doing well on YouTube right now. If like you're good.
Well, and just I figured Alan and I well, first of all, it's his channel, but his philosophy is like he just wants to have fun with it, you know. So when I very casually asked, like, can I like post something on your channel while you're gone? He was like, yeah, whatever you want. So he was just like, green light, as long as it's fun, have fun. So it's, I guess it's more just like,
don't want to overstay, like, or not overstay the welcome, but over, I don't know.
It just feels very presumptuous to be like, people want to
ask for an inch, take miles, that type of thing.
I think that you probably underestimate the infectiousness of joy. Like if you're really if you're having fun with like talking to the camera about stuff and you are really enjoying something and talking it out, that comes across on camera. And that's
I did really enjoy it, and I also had some. To give you guys just like a little preview, I also had some moments where it was just like really emotional. I went ahead and filmed. Hang on. I wonder if you guys will be able to see this. Can you see?
Oh no, Christina.
Boop. Just a little sneak peek.
Oh.
So, I mean, I really loved it. It was very good.
We can actually, that how much you loved it, it is coming across even now. So I'm sure we can see that. We will be able to see that in your vlog.
If nothing else, it will be fun for me to make Alan watch it once he actually reads the book.
Well, I was gonna say, like, for goodness sakes, you already have convinced Alan to read it from how you've talked about it. So
that's
the hardest sell.
Yeah,
he's been trying to get him to read Dandelion Dynasty for like 3 years now.
You know, he finally started Lies of Locke
right? If he's finally read Lies, then like there's hope. There's a lot of hope.
You know, you get Lies, and then you also get, he was supposed to read Way of Kings with you, Christina, and look how that happened.
I know.
Started at the same time.
We did start it, and I don't know if I will pick up Sanderson again, or at least that series. I may try a different one, because I mean it wasn't like I hated it, but just long. It wasn't one of the ones that just like really drew me in. I felt like I was much more casually observing the book and could set it down and like not worry about it. It wasn't one of the books that I'm like thinking about well beyond when I'm actively reading it and when I finish it. I enjoyed it. I found it entertaining, but it's a very long thing to get through if you're not like, oh my gosh, I love it. And there were some things that would like pull me out of the story every now and then. I think we're just writing choices that I've heard that there might be other books of his that I would enjoy more. So I'm thinking maybe I should try a different series of his next time rather than continuing on in the same one when I know that I wasn't like, I loved it, you know.
Final Empire is what I'm hearing.
Definitely.
I think Dress of Emerald Sea or Warbreaker is for they are for Christina rather than Final Empire.
Yeah, Tress of the Emerald Sea is like Princess Bride inspired in a magical world, but it's more like, but it follows like the girl type of deal.
But it's okay, Christina. You don't have to read Sanderson. There are definitely better books.
There's a lot of books out there.
There's a lot of books. Sanderson is one of the greats, you know.
Seriously, please. Oh my God, did you just set that on Anna's channel?
No, it would be kind of hilarious if I loved Sanderson because
it would
Alan
be
was
amazing
about it. It'd be hilarious if I was, but I didn't like love it. So I would be way angrier if he told me he was going to read it and then didn't read it, and it was a book that I was like, it's so dear to my heart. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. I really did. I wouldn't have finished it if I didn't. Ooh, sorry. I am a wimp. I don't power through things anymore like I used to. I read Lord of the Rings in middle school. And looking back, I'm like, why did I do that? Because I read like every page. I didn't skim the things like the elvish poems for pages and pages. I read them. Did I process them? Probably not. But I read them. And now I just don't.
Sanderson
Don't
just
say
came
it.
out
Pete,
with
no,
the children's book.
No.
Sanderson is
Nope.
coming out with the children's book.
No,
I don't care.
No,
He
No.
is.
no.
And it's really interesting. So actually, funny thing, Sanderson, there's like
Pete.
stories in the Stormlight archive that he wants to make into children's books that are told by the guy with the humor.
You
don't
you
like.
know who has a great children's book that's from a series? Guards, City Watch has a
True.
children's book.
And
Something
also
about a cow.
and
There
Tom
you go.
Holt has lots of fun books.
There you go. Yeah, you already had it handy.
In Alan's giant pile of things on his desk.
No, Christina
Very
hasn't read Stoner.
Tyler, I did not read Stoner. Oops. Yes, I was gonna highlight it too. I did not. I don't know that Alan and I have read any books like simultaneously. We've read some of the same books, but I think it was usually Alan would read something and be like, I think you'd really like it. Or
You read the Hexologist together, right?
I think he read it first. We read it back to back, but I think he read the whole thing and then I read the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
And I also cannot think of a single book I've actually convinced him to read. Although I picked out Sinlin for him. Sinlin of Sins. I picked it out.
Also, what is that Patrick Rothfuss book?
Name of the Wind.
Yes, Name of the Wind you picked for him, right?
Oh, I did tell him about Name of the Wind. I feel bad about that one though because it's not finished and I don't know that it ever will be.
It won't. There's no hope.
But
Alan,
Alan said that's what got him back into reading, so that's a win.
That is a win. You're right. I can take credit for that. Writing it down. My friend recommended that book to me, one of my high school friends, and I feel like it's almost this since I have to suffer waiting for the next book. Oh, so sorry.
Every time you yawn, I yawn right after.
But it's like if I have to suffer, then I'm gonna invite other people to come suffer with me. Oh my goodness, I need to stop yawning. I'm so sorry.
understandable.
I wonder if Alan will read Anne of Green Gables. I think, is that one of his punishments in the Picture O punishments? I feel
I
like it
don't
is.
think so. I don't think so. There are no classics. I don't think it is there in that.
I should go look. Also, we need to make Alan do more challenges because,
We do.
well, no, first we need to make him follow up on the punishments he's never done. We have a giant sign on our fridge that says exercise video and because he's supposed to do an exercise video a la
It wasn't a punishment, or the Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
Simmons.
Simmons.
R.I.P. Richard Simmons, or Richard Simmons. Yeah,
That's not
R.I.P.
right.
By the way. But also, it's not a punishment, but the perfect cast video.
That's the other thing on there. Cast and exercise video. Those are like a giant. We have a little like dry erase calendar, and no actual events are written on the calendar. Just those two things across the entire calendar. Like those are the two things that need to be done. And so maybe we should do those before I make him do another challenge video.
It's true.
But
Waiting.
a Richard Simmons memorial video. I feel like it. Yeah. Is there a way to do it and not be tacky?
I mean, it's Alan. It's not. It's gonna be Alan.
Is it tacky to do a?
I mean,
it's gonna be patron only. I feel like so.
if you
right?
make it like R.I.P. Richard Simmons, here's to you, homie,
In honor.
then it'd be kind of tacky. A little bit tacky, but
I don't know. He's
Patron only.
Alan's got
Alan's
plenty of
not
time to
paper.
figure it out. So
yeah,
It'll be a while.
Alan to figure it out.
And he also needs to do more fireside chats. Those are fun, actually.
Those are they're really funny. I love his ideas. He comes up with the best ideas. Y'all, Alan and I were reminiscing the other day about just like when he first started his channel, that man pulled some crazy stunts. I hid in our
AC vent or some.
yes, and it was disgusting.
I remember
It was
that.
like dusty stuff everywhere, and I'm like crouching down, like hurry up, like filming
So-
through the.
When you mentioned that you had to be in the closet for the vlog, and I'm like, oh, this is like with the time that you had to like film.
This was a big upgrade, much better closet.
For those of you that haven't been watching Alan's channel since the beginning of time, if you go back to some of his older videos, there are little skits at the beginning of some of them where Alan is welcoming new patrons into his into the Knights of Alexandria, and he does these little skits that are great. And Christina made some very wonderful sacrifices. Was there one where he was in the trunk of the car, or you were in the trunk of the car?
He was in the trunk of the car.
I never got in the trunk of the car. And there was one where, so y'all, his posh Alan, that's my bathrobe. And he was my bathrobe. And there was one where he was like sitting in the tub, fully clothed as posh Alan. Like he had to, Alan is so committed to the bit that he like filled the tub full of water. And he was like sitting in the tub in my bathroom. Just like, well, I guess that's not mine anymore.
And his
Posh
thumbnails for book reviews also, I mean, used to be very good actually. All actions, even you and him in costumes.
Yes. He'd be like, Christina, I need you to. And he would try to describe what he needed me to do. And I was like, oh. So I would go like, do my hair crazy and come out and be like, is this what you're looking for? He would give me like reference photos, and it was wild. So
Speaking of Alan, so when's he supposed to be back?
Saturday.
He said Saturday night.
Yeah, probably kind of late Saturday. It's like an 8-hour drive. So it will be, and I don't even know if they have anything Saturday morning, like if he's able to leave right first thing in the morning, or if it's a little bit later. But at some point he will be back on Saturday. And until then, my goal, this probably won't happen, my goal would be to do something on his channel every day. I think it'd be kind of fun.
Nice.
Maybe not just the vlogs. I have a couple other ideas too for like little short videos.
You can do shorts also.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. So, anyway,
That'd be fun.
maybe it will inspire him to do more on his channel when he comes back.
That's a big win, Christina. Big win actually.
He's really trying to get Philip's audiobook done. So that's
fair.
Yeah.
he's
It's
putting a
like
lot more-
99% done, right? It's just a matter of
very
post-productions.
He has been working so hard all this month because we were pinging him for other stuff. We had plans to do something for patrons, but so we were pinging him, Alan, we need to meet up for this, to discuss this, to decide this. He was like, I have been narrating, I'm so tired. So
yeah,
we got all that background information.
We are very proud that he's gotten like his momentum going. Like, it's so awesome to hear him be like, yeah, guys, I've gotten stuff done. And I feel like he feels a little bit better about it too now.
Yeah, he does. And he sent some of it to Kevin, who is Kevin Kemp, I think is his last name. He did Chaco's audiobook, and he has a company where they'll do some of the post-production things for you. And Alan's like, I don't know how to do that, and I want it to be good because like this is Philip's like
Child
passion project. Yeah. And so like I really you want to make sure that I do absolute the top notch that I can.
Mm-hmm.
So Kevin, he sent the first couple chapters there to be like edited and stuff, and he's gotten really good feedback from them, and that just makes me so happy for him because it's like they're professionals.
It's other people telling him that he's
Yeah.
good. It's not just people that, close family, friends being like, it's one thing for family and friends to say, oh yeah, that's awesome. obviously it's lovely.
But professionals, the same feedback for professionals value more actually. Yeah.
And Kevin was the one who told him in the first place, like, hey, I think you've got a great voice. Like, you could do audiobooks if you wanted to. So it's, I don't know. It makes me happy for him because I knew it all along, but I don't have any expertise in that area. So hearing it from me does not mean much. And he's always like, you have to believe in me. You're my wife. And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't really. I could poo-poo all over your dreams if I wanted to.
You need like a shirt that says "My wife told me so" or something for him.
Yeah.
It will come out. I mean, the plan is for August release, Tyler.
Yes, but probably not early, like mid-August maybe.
Yeah.
Because Alan does have a little bit more recording to do. He hasn't quite finished it. He really wanted to finish it beforehand, but we've had, I don't know if he's told you anything, but we've had a couple like just wild days. So
And then on top of that, COVID. So
now he's sick. But yeah, like my grandma was in the ER, and so he had to stay with Atticus while I went to the ER to check on my grandma, and my baby sister was moving, and our childcare fell through one morning, and so anyway, it's just been a little crazy.
oh.
I hope
your
everything is
grandma's
sorted
okay.
now.
I'm sorry, what?
Go ahead, Evie.
No, I was just gonna. I think Anita and I were saying the same thing. Hope your grandma is better now.
Yeah, she is fine. So I think she had some chest pains, which is always alarming, but no stroke or heart attack or no signs of anything major. She just has had super bad fatigue for a long time and lots of random symptoms that are like, that sounds like you have something wrong with your heart, but then they go to check it out and it's totally fine. So nobody knows.
Could it just be age related?
I'm wondering if it's like kind of maybe some long COVID symptoms or something.
How old is she?
Good question. I'm not 100% sure. And my brain is
70s.
So she's a fairly young grandmother. So
maybe mid to late 70s.
no, 70s is good. I think it's 78.
Yeah.
Or 7. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna go with that. That sounds right. That sounds right. Late 70s. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad she's doing better though.
But anyway, so just some crazy stuff, and my parents normally would be available to like help her, but they're on their retirement trip, and so I'm also like house sitting for them and checking their mail, and then they have a rental house and their renters have had problems, and so I've become like the property manager.
Oh gosh.
So just little things. It's not like there's a lot going on. They have one rental house. It's not like they have 12 properties or something. But Alan has had to help with Atticus a lot rather than like me watching the baby so he can go record, which is what our plan was.
Well, it takes a village to raise a baby, so
yeah, it does. And I feel like it takes the village to have a YouTube channel too. That's a lot of
That's a
effort.
good point. That's a good point, actually.
It is a family effort over here. I don't know about you guys, but it feels like it is team effort.
But speaking of, I'm turning into a pumpkin. So
we can see that on your face, actually.
I'm just like, oh god, when is this gonna be ended?
What's happening? Well, how about, I don't have another sprint in me for sure. I may try to like dabble a little bit more, but it will not be sprinting. It will be limping, if anything. But But I think we should probably go ahead and say goodnight and wrap up. But this was really fun. Thank you guys.
It is
Thank
fun.
the three of you for popping on here so I wasn't just like talking to a screen. And thank you everybody in the chat, especially folks that hung in this whole time. I don't think I'm quite as energetic as Alan. So
There were no rants, but we
The-
did go on a 45-minute like random yap fest. So
It's not
Yeah.
same as Alan's style, but it is equally fun actually.
aw, thank you. Well, you might be seeing some videos from me this week if I could ever figure out how to edit one. Hopefully. And if not this week, it will come eventually.
Thanks everyone in the chat. You guys are the best.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Good night, everybody.
good night.
Good night.
Bye.